Hey friends, it's Jenny, and I'm getting ready to work on this week's A Cherry on Top sketch layout. I know I've been a little MIA, and I was just looking at my calendar, and the last time I created was actually, this is the first time I'm creating in February. So I did craft on January 31st, and so it's been a whole week, and actually today's the 9th, so it's been a week, that's all I can say. So this week's sketch, again, from the Cherry on Top's website, is a 12 by 12. This is showing 4 photos. I'm only going to be using 2 in a vertical format to match kind of what they have here. It looks like there's a paper block behind the photos. That's kind of messy. You know, it's not straight lines, stuff like that. And we've got our title, and then we've got a subtitle and just a spot for some embellishments. So let me show you. I'm going to use my Amy Tan supplies. I have created 3 page layouts, page, what do you call them? Page kits to kind of go ahead and use these supplies up. I'm going to go through a video when I've got all of them completed, and then as well as what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of from that initial round of my making with the manufacturer. We already did Dear Lizzie. Now we're on Amy Tan. I had recorded all of this, putting these page kits together, selecting photos, things like that, and didn't record it. And it was kind of one of those things where I was in here and I was just moving paper around this, and I'm like, why don't I just turn on the video? And I thought I did, and I didn't. So it's like I must have turned it on for like 30 seconds because all I had was me adjusting the camera. So I apologize. I did have that all filmed. It did take quite a while, so I'm not going to go back and redo that. But let me show you. This page kit that I've got together, again, it's from the Amy Tan. This is from the Rise and Shine. And there's a paper in here from Cut and Paste. And then these I had purchased from Michael's years ago. There were these 8.5 by 11 packs of paper. One was Dear Lizzie, one was Amy Tan, and one was crate paper. So it pretty much looked like Maggie Holmes, right? I've forgotten about these. Well, I don't forget about them, but I forget to go get them to use them. When I'm doing some organizing here, I had a cubby that was completely 8.5 by 11 paper. And I don't ever use it. And I had some really nice cardstock. But now that the grandbabies, especially Quinny, she's going to go to kindergarten in the fall, I just asked my daughter, do you want all of this? Use it like instruction paper, right? So I kept probably, between 10 and 20 pieces of each color because that's how much I had. And then I gave her the rest. When I found these packs, what I did was I put them with the Dear Lizzies with the Dear Lizzie, put the Amy Tan with the Amy Tan, and that's where they are now. So as I pull out these older collections to use, I will go ahead and grab this. So for this layout, I picked out 3 pieces of paper. This one I'm going to just fussy cut some flowers from. There's, nice spaces to go ahead and do that. So that's what I'm going to use this piece of paper for specifically, is to fussy cut some flowers. I've got this piece of paper. This is going to be what's behind my photos. And basically I will tear, rough up, something like that, the ends of this. So it's not, number one, it won't be this big. And just to get the look from the sketch. This one, I don't know if I'll use at all, but it's in here to be used, should I choose to. Now these are the photos that I'm going to go ahead and scrapbook. The remaining photos that I have with this Amy Tan kits that I put together are all from Quinn's and my adventure day. So these are just, goofing around in the car, sending it to her mom. Hey mom, we're having fun. And then this one is, we were at her favorite place for lunch, McDonald's, and just making funny faces. This piece of paper from Rise and Shine is called Lana. And I'm going to be using this side of it. And I love all the words on here. I love, it's saying together, sweet, fun, the best, bright idea, That's what we did. We had an adventure day. So this piece of paper really represents what we were doing that day. So this is going to be my main background. And the other side of this is, it's gray with a darker, like charcoal gray stripe. I've got a piece of black cardstock that I'm going to go ahead and use to go ahead and frame this. And then, like I said, this will be, you know, here, much smaller with the photos behind it. Now, I did throw in this piece of paper in case I want to cut out some of the speech bubbles. I was actually going to put this particular piece of paper in I'm not going to keep this one pile, but I do actually like the speech bubbles, and you know, even just the lines here. So if I don't use it on this layout, I've got it for the other ones, and I won't be getting rid of this one. Now this one, you know, I thought, you know, that would make a nice mat for something, right? So if I use that, make a nice mat around something, but it's honestly not my favorite piece of paper. So for 12 by 12s, I got these three sheets, 8.5 by 11s. I've got these three sheets. I've got my two photos. I've got a sketch. I've got some hearts and things that I cut apart from other pieces of paper if we want to use those. Plus I have my little tray of remaining Amy Tan embellishments that I can go ahead and look through should I want to. Titles and all kinds of stuff. So let me go ahead, start to lay this out, see where we're at, and I'll come back and we'll look at it together. Hang tight. Hey friends, it's Jenny. I'm back with my completed layout for this week's A Cherry on Top Sketch Challenge. Don't forget, you have until February 12th to post your completed sketch to the Cherry on Top blog. On their website, they have a inspiration tab, and in the inspiration tab, there's a project gallery. You just upload your photo to the gallery. As a reminder, this is the sketch we're working from this week. It had 4 photos here. I only used 2, and I'm using a very old collection by Amy Tan. It is called Rise and Shine, and this is from 2014. This is the kit that I put together to use my older supplies, and this is what I came up with. So I did use a piece of black cardstock to go ahead and trim the paper that I used, just to frame everything out. I like to do that. I feel like it brings everything into the center, and it's just something I like to do. You do not have to do that. A lot of people do, a lot of people don't. It's really personal preference. But here's the 2 photos that I used. This was the adventure day that I had with my granddaughter. I did use that 8.5 by 11 piece of paper behind my photos. I cut it to, I believe it was like 7 by 6.5. I did distress all the edges using my Tim Holtz distress tool. This title here, Love This, that's a Brambles box perspective that I had, and I've got them here on my desk. All the things that I went through with the Amy Tan stuff, I just couldn't find something that I wanted to use. I was picking out a bunch of these flowers and such, but because they're clear, they weren't really showing up on the paper. So they'll be used for another layout. I've got a puffy up here, which is just a geotag, couple of enamel hearts. I use this tag, and we're on a very special journey called life, and my little globe talking about this is our adventure, Grammy Queenie Adventures. I cut out a couple of those flowers that I showed from that other 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and I still have a couple left that I've cut that I can maybe use on one of the other layouts that I want to get done. A couple more of the enamel hearts here. I used as the subtitle this XOXO from an Amy Tan Thickers pack. I used this is a regular brad. I didn't have to poke through the paper. So just put, it's got the XOXOX, just our hugs and kisses. And then again, 3 more enamel hearts. So this is what I came up with for this week's A Cherry on Top sketch layout. I will be, like I said, I put a couple page kits together to complete my Amy Tan series. I'm going to get to those hopefully today. I do want to work on some Valentines as well. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll get to film some more for you today. I really enjoy it. I want to say thank you for your time. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless. Bye.